In three, two, one, hit the music. Yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, NASM Master Trainer Tony Ariola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. So welcome. So I was around 20, 23 years old, and things were kind of out of control. I was drinking a lot, eating a lot, and gained some weight, probably around 60 pounds. 60 pounds on me is not a good look. I'm a pretty small guy, so you figure small plus round, not a good combination. But I figured I can lose weight pretty fast. And right away, as soon as I tried, I failed pretty miserably. People were telling me all kinds of stuff. And I thought I could lose the 30 pounds in about a month. Sounded about right. It felt like I gained it in a month, but it turned out it took a lot longer. And I think failure after failure really made me feel kind of hopeless. And I know a lot of people are struggling with COVID and with weight gain, and maybe you try and fail, and it just seems like this road that just is really hard to overcome. So on today's show, we're going to talk about how we can make fat loss, the 5 reasons that fat loss feels hopeless, what we can do to help that. If you're on here to watch, make sure you say hi, Diana. Great job with your hiking. Diana's setting some records with her hike, so we're very happy to have her take time out of her busy schedule to jump on the show. We'll have the Ask the Trainer, which the question today is, which fat burners do I recommend personally? Which ones do I use myself? We'll have a client spotlight. We have the monster Eric Perio in the house, so we'll show some video of his stuff. And you guys have any questions on fat loss, how it works, or why you're struggling, or maybe what you're struggling with, put them in the comments. Looks like the comments are working today, so Facebook is being nice to us today. And I'll answer those questions as we go live. So ask questions. So the first reason that fat loss feels hopeless is you don't understand fat loss. And this is exactly how I felt right when I started my weight loss journey. I just didn't get it. I thought it was about, eating vegetables, and I thought it was about running and cardio and working out. And I didn't really put the pieces together. And what happens with fat loss, if you don't understand the game that you're playing, which is the first law of thermodynamics, energy in versus energy out, if you don't understand the rules, you're never going to have a chance. You're never going to have a chance to succeed. And this can be both sad and very discouraging, because imagine playing a game and you don't know what the rules are. So here you are, eating more vegetables, you start running, but you don't understand how many calories you're burning. You don't know how many calories you're intaking. And after you try for 2 or 3 weeks and you just fail because you don't understand. And that leads you to just give up. And sadly, with fat loss and weight gain, when you give up, the problem only gets worse. It's never happened in my 18-year career where somebody gave up on working out and watching their weight and doing all the healthy stuff and they got in better shape. That's never happened. I've only heard the other story where people gave up and it got worse, sometimes exponentially worse. So here's where we're at with COVID. Things can get a lot worse if you don't attack this and get this thing under control. The next reason that people really fail when it comes to fat loss is no patience. And over the millions of years that we evolved, there was a huge need for humans to pursue instant gratification, for us to get the food here, get the shelter now. Everything that was instant really helped us evolve as a species. The problem is now that it's much later. We don't have to hunt for food. We can literally go to the pantry and get some food. We can get food at the library, at Office Depot, you name it. We can get instant gratification all the time. And it still feels good because it's a survival mechanism. Now, the problem with that is when you chase instant gratification, you start eating right away. You eat all these calories, and it's really hard to burn all those calories on the backside. So that's one problem with the instant gratification. We're having no patience. The second problem is that you fall for quick fixes. Someone comes at me and tells you, hey, it's going to take a long time. Doesn't sound good. It doesn't really sound appealing. We tend to listen to the people who are like, hey, guess what? In 10 days, you could lose 30 pounds. And you're like, yeah, 10 days, 30 pounds, like sign me up. But the problem with those quick fixes is that they never work. If they worked, if those diets in the magazine worked, wouldn't we all be skinny? Right? Wouldn't we? How could we all be fat? We all have 10 days, but there's 365 days in a year, because what happens is that we fall for those quick fixes. People prey on us and they tell us like, hey, do this thing quick and you'll get there super fast. And the problem with fitness is it's not about days and weeks. That's the wrong mentality. You want to think about months and years. As soon as you can flip that paradigm, then you're going to be in a lot better shape. Oh, hi, Court. Court's saying hello to us all the way from the kitchen. We're very fortunate to have the host of Forensic Tales. Make sure you give it a follow, a like, and subscribe, and become a Patreon, all that good stuff. The next big problem with fat loss and fitness in general is weekend, and I call it weekend failure. And this is where cheat meals just get you into disaster zone. People get so excited when they go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they're just like on fire with their food and nutrition. Then Friday, kind of the wheels kind of, start coming off a little bit. By Saturday is just mayhem. Saturday night, I mean, you're just party mode. Sunday brunch, and then suddenly the calories just fell out of the wayside, just out of this world. The problem with that, if you think about it in terms of caloric value, which is calories are the currency of energy. If you think of it in terms of caloric value, if you save $5 on Monday, $5 on Tuesday, and all 5 days you save $5, but on Saturday you bought a big screen TV. On Sunday you bought maybe a brand new bike, which would be awesome. Now suddenly you're not saving money anymore. The same thing happens with nutrition, except with calories. It's really easy to eat very high calories, but they're very hard to burn. I just finished coming back from a run. I think I ran like 6 miles, but I only burned like 800 calories in that run. But 800 calories, like I'm gonna probably eat 800 calories right now in like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. It's really easy to eat calories quick, but they're really hard to burn. So when you're trying to do weight loss and you're trying to really get on your fitness, if you focus on the weekends, then you have a much better chance of succeeding. Let's see what we can do. The emoji party. Emoji party. There used to be a time when hearts used to raise and fireworks used to go, but that was a long time ago. That's when Facebook was real, but it changed. So if you guys don't see the fireworks, still hit those likes, hit those loves, happy times, laugh, hit the wows. Let's make it happen. Reason number 4 that we have a really hard time with fat loss, or that it feels hopeless, is that we have the wrong habits. You look the way you look based on your habits. 40 to 50% of your daily decisions are habit-based. So that means that your life is only an outcome of the decisions that 50% of them you don't even realize you're making. It could be that you usually go to a certain restaurant. It could be that you always clean seconds. It could be the speed that you're eating your food. I have one client now, 2 clients actually, that our goal right now is just to get them to slow down their rate of eating. Because if you eat slower, what happens is that I always say a hard time saying the word. It's olfactory or something with the nose and right here in the back of the head. The slower you eat, it gives your brain the time to kind of recognize these scents, and it gives you a higher sense of fullness, of satiety. So actually, if you slow down the rate of consumption, which is a habit, Courtney has a really good habit of eating really slow. I eat like a bird, and super fast, but she eats very slow, and it helps her, right? Because by the time I'm done eating, she only has like half the plate, and obviously she looks fantastic. But the reason I bring that up is because a lot of our habits are really based on the decisions that we made. And once we make the habits, then the habits make us. So if you have the wrong habits, we just have to work on changing the habits so that this becomes a lot easier for you. And if you focus on the habits instead of the number on the scale, you're a lot more likely to be successful. Because the weight, the scale, the measurements, that's a lagging indicator. What I mean by lagging indicator is they tell you the result of all the decisions that you made before. So focus on making those good decisions on the front end, and then the weight and the numbers and the body fat will drop on the back end. But focus on the habits on the front side. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, just jump on. Feel free, and I'll answer them. If I'm still on, or if I'm like a glitchy like robot or something right now. The other problem with fat loss feels hopeless is that we have the wrong mindset. And this can be troublesome in all aspects of life, but especially in fitness. And fitness is that people have this perfection principle where they feel like either they are all in or all out. There's no in between. The problem with that is that it's very difficult to execute anything to perfection, especially your health and fitness. Think of something that's so important, so big in your life, and you want to hit a home run and you want to be perfect right from the get-go. And if you struggled before, what makes you think you're not going to struggle again? Fitness is something that's difficult. It's challenging. It's not fun. It's working out. It's hard to go run. It's hard, sometimes to go to bed on time or drink enough water or to incorporate all these good healthy habits. But the reward is just monumental. So what you want to focus on is getting rid of these ants, right? These ants, which are automatic negative thoughts of, oh, I always fail. I can never diet. I can never keep this up for long. Why is this so hard? I wish I was just skinny, just like that. All these different things that you keep telling yourself that's making it harder for you to get to your goal. Because if you keep feeding yourself negative thoughts, eventually you're going to believe these negative thoughts. And just imagine if all day you're just getting like negative, nah, boo, boo, you suck, nah, nah, nah. It's so hard to be positive and to keep yourself going. So be kind to yourself. Know that you're going to make mistakes, but fitness is about progress and consistency. It's never about perfection. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But what I can do is I can be consistent every day, and I can always kind of keep moving forward. Bonus. I give you guys a bonus one. Yes, bonus. Fitness can be, especially fat loss, and if it's a long road, like 60, 50, 100 pounds, it can be a long, lonely road. If you're trying to go at this alone, and I was reading one of these books I'm reading, if the person closest to you is overweight, you're very likely to be overweight. That sucks because you need skinny friends, so I can be your skinny friend. But if you're and especially if you see that person, it's like 75% more likely that you're going to be overweight. The people that you surround yourself with have a huge influence on your habits. If you get a fitter friend, somebody that can help you, they can also help you push forward. And health and support is very, very powerful because it feels good to have somebody on your team. It always feels good. It feels good to have somebody believe in you, to have somebody encourage you, to have somebody motivate you on the days that it's going to suck because it's going to be hard and it's going to be a long road. So if you're trying alone, please consider getting somebody to help you, either professional, there's different types of apps that can help you, but don't go at this problem alone. You can get me. I mean, I'm pretty happy guy, so I can probably help you. It's kind of what I do, but just don't go after this problem alone, because if you go after it alone and you've struggled before, you're going to struggle again. So you need somebody that's been there that can help you guide the way. And please get somebody that's in shape too. That really, really helps. You don't want somebody that's not in shape helping you. That's just bad news. All right, time for our Ask the Trainer question. Which fat burner do you recommend? This is a good question. Now, it obviously depends on your diet and activity and how much weight you want to lose. And fat burners work a lot. They work in many different ways. Some are appetite suppressants. Some clean fat around your liver. The most popular one is our thermogenics, which thermogenics mean that it's just basically a caffeine or a caffeine type blend like green tea, something like that, to elevate your heart rate. So all it said was just fancy words to mean that fat burners just raise your heart rate higher than normal. And what that does, it tends to suppress your appetite. You don't burn that many more calories, so it's not like you're going to get there, but they do help some. They give you energy. What you want to be careful with fat burners is that you want to be careful that you don't take caffeine anytime past like 1 p.m. because it does last in your body and your bloodstream about 6 to 8 hours. So it may make it harder for you to go to sleep. So you want to monitor that caffeine intake and make sure that you don't take so much. And it's a supplement. So let's look at the big pillars. The big one is nutrition. That's huge. That's like 95% of it. Exercise is 5%. Supplements like fat burners, maybe 0 to 1%. Because even if you burn like an extra, I don't know, 15, 20 calories from your fat burner, if you had like an extra Big Mac, an extra Big Mac, that's 560 calories. Or you had fries too, now you're at 1,000. So it's very small compared to the big slice, which is the nutrition calories that you're actually eating. So that's a big one. I actually heard jalapenos. This is one of my favorite stories. One of my clients told me one time, he said, have you tried, I heard jalapenos help you lose weight. He's like, I don't eat jalapenos. And, mind you, he was probably 60 pounds overweight at this time. And I told him, you think it's because the jalapenos? Because you don't eat jalapenos, that's why we're 60 pounds overweight? I promise you, it's not the jalapenos. They're a little bit hot and they do raise your heart rate a little bit. But if you're jalapenos are not going to make you skinny. I promise you that. I wish. That would be awesome. All right, now so let's take a look at my client spotlight. This is Eric, the Beast Perea, who's in quarantine right now, like the rest of us, and he's putting in these monster workouts at home.
So when I shut up,
So he has his TRX.
It's your time.
Oh, look, there's other me.
Perea time.
All right, brother. Let's make Tony proud.
Let's do this.
Look at that, beast mode. That's what requires a lot of strength. A lot of strength. I'm really proud of Eric. He's been working really hard.
Beautiful.
Because COVID's been tough on a lot of people, and so a lot of us lose motivation. We lose that drive to really want to succeed and to just be our best selves. But Eric really took his bull by the horns, and it's just
badass,
because we're fighting something that's pretty meaningful in his life. He's got a great son, great family, but he's also pre-diabetic. So what happens when you're pre-diabetic is that if you don't take care of yourself and the weight gets out of control, then you really start to suffer. So what I really like about Eric is that he really took ownership about it. He's just doing tremendous work. And even with COVID, where COVID just kind of wrecking havoc on our lives, he took control, and he's working out from his garage, inspiring his son, inspiring his wife, and he's building just the best version of himself. So thank you, Eric, for your effort. I really appreciate how hard you work, and it's getting it done, my man. Beast mode. Beast mode. Beast mode. If you had a chance, go ahead and join our Facebook group, The Fitness Avengers, where we're getting together to fight fat and fakes. A lot of fakes out there, guys. So watch out. People posting kind of like nonsense. And remember, if they're out of shape, if they don't have experience, or if they just became a trainer or a weight loss expert yesterday, but last week they were selling cream, then stay away from those people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next week, my show's going to be on fitting and fitness, how to make time to work out, because time is limited. How do we maximize our time and get more time out of our day so we can make sure that we take care of ourselves? Please like, comment, share this message with people that you think will benefit from it. Because remember, my name is Tony Ariola, and my purpose and my mission in life is to share happiness and health with everyone I come across with. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your effort. Stay safe. There's going to be some fireworks tonight. Presidential debates can happen tonight. So be ready out there. It's going to be crazy. But know that I care about you. You're the reason I exist. And I'll see you on the skinny side. Cue the music. Music come on anymore? I don't even know.